Well, Hope, today is the day you are going to be leaving us. It's sad to say, but we've been waiting for this day. Beautiful horse. Put a lot of time into you. Let's take a look at it real quick here. Reproduction is still going up. We've got a price of 3,338. But I said I was going to sell it. It's been a long time coming. Let's take a look real quick at the loft. So transportation costs are going to be $300. For me to configure my truck, which it does have a horse trailer on it, or an animal trailer, it's going to cost more than that, so I'm just going to pay the $300. Later on down the line, I might look at raising more horses. We'll see. But what I would do is just buy them cheap, let them sit in the pen, and then once we get towards a reasonable age on them, then start riding them. We can hold 8. But what I'm going to do is just going to go ahead and sell her. We've been waiting to do this. I think the time has come, so we're going to get a little, just over 3,000. All right, bye, Hope. That was sad. But that's what they're here for. Oh, there's a deer in the woodpile. Get off of there. All right, so on today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be going back down to field 6. On the previous episode, we went ahead and cultivated it. I want to get planted with sorghum, and then I believe these 2 grass fields are ready. If we get time, we'll hit those towards the end of the episode. But we got to plant sorghum, roll it, and then I think I'm going to try to use the manure spreader or slurry, and we'll see what we get for our results on that. Step in the Vultra here, and we're going to go grab our cedar. And again, I guess I haven't really eyed up cedar. I would probably want a new cultivator before we get a cedar. Oh, we need more seed. We're a little low here. Let me check the sales here too, once we get ourselves lined up here. Okay. Refill. Oh, we used it all. Sales. Nothing yet. We are still in May. Let me just try to sneak in there a little bit. Oh yeah. It worked. Alright, put the rest in. Took a few bags, I guess. I think I'm gonna have to take a day and stock that whole seed room and get everything. I mean, it's not like we're terrible, I guess, but I should have it stacked with seeds and everything. All right, down this field 6 we go. All right, turn it on, drop it down. This texture is just a little hard to see, but I believe we're planting. Indeed we are. Yeah, so I've been thinking about productions, and I kind of do want to get that dairy bought, I think, next. I know I talked about a previous episode, we got that ice cream factory, which I think I'm going to put that over by the donut factory. It just makes sense, because that would be a tourist place, and we can make it look really nice. And people can have their ice cream on a hot summer day there. But we need to have the dairy before that production, so it only makes sense to buy the dairy in the corner there at the industrial park. We'll be able to make chocolate out of that too, which is worth quite some money. But we need chocolate ice cream, so we need to get that produced.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel. I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real. But how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah, but I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these shit I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led.
All right, nearly finished here. Just a nice simple roll. We're going to get out here and check. Get this folded up here. What do we look like? Oh, okay, now nitrogen's bad as soon as I rolled it. That is interesting. So, what I'm going to do, I know it would just be as easy just to get the fertilizer spreader and just spread it and be done with it in one go. And maybe that's the way we will go in the future here, but I think I'm going to try to stick with the natural way of things, if we will. And we'll just treat it as like 2 applications. Now, I also know that too with precision farming that we have to get like one of the slurry tanks that has the sensor inside of it. That the one I have doesn't have that option, which is interesting. So I'd have to upgrade that again, but it still doesn't help our manure. And I think what I read too was the crop sensors are basically useless if we don't have a crop growing up. So it'll be interesting to, like, you know, do one application now and then do another one later and turn the crop sensors on the 7R here. Let's go ahead and I'm going to use the manure, and we'll get our first application in. Refill that, because these are decent, you know, size spreaders that we got here for this farm, you know. Alright, let's give this a shot, shall we? Go a little farther to the left here. Not as wide as I thought it was going to be, but yeah, I suppose if we could do double application, it would have helped. But so this will get us yellow, and then we're going to need to do another one. And what I'll use, I think, then is the slurry tank. Ideally, if this was real life, you'd probably want to do a slurry tank first. Well, I guess we don't have injectors, so it doesn't really matter. Still just be spreading it over the top. Well, these are some nice straight lines, aren't they? Yeah, even with auto application, it doesn't stop spreading, so. Oh, right there it did a little bit. Just come do this last strip here. The other thing I could do is just grab the slurry tank right away and hit it again too. But I think I might wait, and then we can use the crop sensors on the tractor and see if it makes a difference. See, it's still run a little bit there. Alright, so I want to go through here quick and then we'll put this in. So current fruit is now sorghum. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'll put oil seed for now. So it basically means nothing. Needed. Done. Fertilizer. We did manure. That's done. And then I want to do a second application of liquid manure. Not done. And then we will have to spray. Stones are done. Or I should say not needed. Okay. I'll have to spend time and figure out what we're going to do in these other fields too. Fold this up. We'll head back up. I think that was about it for that. And then we could go ahead and get our grass cutting done, which is going to be a bit of a job. We got those 2 fields to do. I've been doing those a lot off camera, so it's been a while since we've done those again on camera, so it probably wouldn't hurt to do them again. Alright, what I think I'm going to do so I don't forget, which I shouldn't forget because I'll have to look at my plan. I'm going to leave it hooked up to the slurry spreader and I'll know, oh, that's right, I had to spread slurry with a crop sensor on the next month. So yeah, we got the field behind us and then the other one that's farther down below. And okay, our grass is done and processed. I guess I could just leave that on because we're going to be getting more here. I'm going to hold on to the straw and we're still good on hay, so we'll just make grass silage again. I'll just set it right here. Alright. I'll hook up the front first to make it easier for us. Tell you what though, using this front mower makes a big difference. You get that extra swath. Eventually I should get like just a dual fold down one, or for the sides I guess I'd keep the front. All depends on sales too. Nothing in sales, that's interesting. Okay. It's all part of the process to get this mowed because this is a lot of money here too. Although I think our donut factory is our biggest money maker. Depending on how things go, I think there was actually 2 more crates of donuts we could probably sell before the end of this episode. And man, we could really start thinking about buying that dairy. Like the cows had a little bit. They got tons of room yet, so I think I'm just going to hold off just a little bit longer. Because I do eventually want to get, like I said, a bigger cultivator. And then a planter too, or seeder. I guess we got the other planter. We just got that other planter we got for the corn and all that. It's still fairly unused. I mean, we used it, I think, for 1 field so far, the sunflowers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time to upgrade our forge wagon. We've been making a lot of back and forth with this thing, and it kind of gets long in the tooth. I was hoping for like a sale or something, but there is nothing in the sales for forge wagon. So if I'm looking at that other one, that Pottinger, we can get another 10,000 liters with that bigger one. And actually, when I was looking at the units, maybe that other one above it we could upgrade to later, but we're really starting to push our limits for what we can actually handle on this map. So what I think I'm going to do is we'll buy this Pottinger here for 70,500, and then we can sell the other one. 130 horse, which I believe we were still good with on this tractor. 145, so that works. So let's buy this one. It's quite big. It even has a silage additive for another 2 grand. I think I'm going to... Yeah, I'll just go ahead and buy the adjective. I was going to wait, but it's like, why not just buy it, you know? Get it over with. Let's see. Let's go with... Let's do Vriedstein on these. Yep, and we'll add the silage additive, and let's purchase this. 72,500. And then I'm going to go on ahead and I'll just buy a pallet of silage additive too. Here it is. Almost 3 grand for that. But I think one pallet goes a long ways. We'll have to come down and get it figured out, or get it moved up to the farm later. Let's see, let's go ahead and repair it. And we can repaint it for 6. Make some decent money on it. Sell. Yes. All right. Well, that used up quite a bit of our money. But like I said, I don't think we're going to be upgrading much more than this. Kind of do wish the capacity was a little bit bigger, but I think with the silage additive we'll get a lot. Which maybe it doesn't really help to use that because we want to be able to get a lot more of our field in one passing. Probably making just as much trips. I think this was a good purchase, though. It needed to be done. I did a lot of back and forth with that other trailer. A lot of it was off camera. You guys didn't even see how much I harvested with grass back and forth, back and forth. This should definitely help cut down on that. Alright, grabbing the last little line here. Yeah, we would have been over already our small wagon. I think I'm going to end up having to upgrade this Valtra. I mean, the engine in it. It was on the low end, I believe. So we need to get some money saved for that. I can feel this thing struggling a little bit. Probably would help if I had the weight on the front too a little bit. Okay. Off to the fermenting silo. Yeah, this thing's going to make such a big difference. Probably should have been upgraded sooner, to be honest. It's just like I'm trying to wait for sales. You don't want to waste too much money, but it's like, you know what? We're expanding. We're enjoying it. We're going to do it. Okay. See how much we can get on here before we have to unload. Hopefully we get most of the field. I don't know. No, this is alright. There we go. It'll take a couple trips here. 3, maybe 4. But it's alright because the silo's right on the other side here. Deer, get out of the shed. What are you doing in there? Yeah, at a later date we could probably upgrade to that bigger forage wagon. Maybe. Like I said, it's kind of getting dependent on I mean, we can really only go so big. Okay, let's get that last little bit there. Yeah, this tractor is really struggling. Anytime I can get the funds, I need to get it into the shop and get it upgraded because we are a little underpowered. If I remember correctly too, that 7R I had leeway to upgrade that too, so. Okay, so I'm gonna put this into the shed. It's a little trickier now that everything's big. Yeah, you can only go so big on this map. Okay. Just out of curiosity, let's run this tractor into the shop and see what it could be upgraded to, because I am really curious. Okay. I'll just shut it off here too, I think. Customize. Engine size. So we're at 145 horse right there. We can do 165. Can also make it to a variable CVT, so that might help too. So 201 we can get up to. So we're at 145. This is weird because there's 2 manual plus power shifts. I move it over. I'm confused. Oh, it adds it's adding something in the back here. What is that? It's like it adds a computer and everything. And another box on the back there, like a lunch cooler or something. So I think rather than waste my time with the small upgrades, I'll just fork out and do the big one. That'll cost me 38. So we'll do that at a later date, but that's something to think about. And then I think it'll be able to handle stuff pretty well. It'll be our powerful small tractor. Okay, I'm going to leave it here. And on the next episode, we'll go ahead and take a look at... We'll actually advance to June. We'll sell this soybeans here. And then we will put another probably slurry on field 6 down there, I think it was. Yeah, 6. So as I leave you on today's episode, let's give a moment of silence for hope.